This is I Can Do Better. Just wanting to share a little extra of Joe's insanity. Now, pause to read if you want the entire full context of what was written in the chat. I'll go a little back still to show you how he responds to the initial parts of it. But this is how he responds to the last one. This one, okay?
Your insane Dr. Disrespect. With your
No.
insane disrespect, I
There
do
we go.
hope you keep enjoying your horribly buggy settings. My settings aren't buggy. There's nothing wrong with my settings. So 92%.
So he responded there, and you could hear that he went back to what's happening on his screen. Now, let's show you exactly why that comment was written. Now, this is going to be him actually looking into what was said earlier.
Oh,
and
is my browser not coming through? The browser's not having audio.
Exactly.
So
This is
my browser has no audio.
This is insane.
How come my browser has no audio?
But you ended up saying your settings are not buggy and there's nothing wrong with your settings, and yet here you go, Joe.
When it goes through my but I've played videos before.
So on.
And an audio comes through on.
Yeah, exactly. So what? That's why your settings are horribly buggy, because you suck at it. You suck at setting up proper settings to avoid future errors.
On the browser, so like, how is it not got? Why is audio not coming through now?
No idea. I don't know your settings. I'll let it play because he's going to continue talking. Obviously, fabricating lies to convince himself that everyone are targeting him.
Um, all my outputs are correct.
Apparently not.
Am I in a muted tab?
No, because you most definitely responded to what was being said in the videos. Thus, you could hear it. It's just not sent to the stream. So your settings are wrong.
No. The tab that I was in might have been muted.
No, because then you would not have been able to hear it yourself and respond to what was being said in the video.
There's no way to tell now because the window's been closed, I think.
There's a way to tell. By going back in your VOD and seeing you're pausing to respond to the video itself.
Um,
And I'm going to do that.
maybe the tab was muted that I was using.
No, you literally just said it.
No way to know now because
Yes, there
it's been
is.
ages. But I guess
There's a
that's
way
just
to know.
the what happens when you got nobody in chat and nobody's gonna tell you that your audio isn't working.
Well, as a streamer, you're not entitled for anyone to tell you your audio is not working. In fact, you should never rely on viewers telling you whether or not your audio is working. People could be trolling, saying it's not working when it is working. People could be trolling. For that matter, I could have been trolling, just wasting your time trolling you. I could have been trolling. But you did go back, as I suggested you do, to see whether or not the clip was actually with audio. It wasn't. But you are not entitled to have people tell you whether or not the audio is working. people that thinks your YouTube channel is comedy, pure comedy, would find that pure comedy too.
Um, though I have a sneaking suspicion that you might have been in the chat for a while, knowing full well that I had no audio, and waited till I'd finished, then told me I had no audio.
Okay, so for that matter, to go back to this comment here, I just need to click the timestamp. Before I do that, if I was in your video, how would I know you were done at that moment there? How would I have known? Because at that moment, you didn't specifically say, I'm done, or anything. If we go back here, this video is continuously playing 50:03, 50:10. You're reading the chat right now. You're looking over to read the chat. This is 20 seconds after my message was sent. I'm in your chat saying, asking you whether or not you can actually see your OBS to clarify whether or not you can see it's not working. I'm literally there, like trying to get your attention to the point of it's not working while it's not working. And you continue. Now you're looking at the screen itself, and you continue.
Anyway,
That's 2 seconds longer. So if we just say 35, that's still 32 seconds where you have done nothing but ignore what was written in the chat. If I then zoom out to see that you're 40 seconds into the clip, that then means spending 32 seconds ignoring the message. I wrote 8 seconds into the clip, ready to inform you your settings are wrong. Now, see, on YouTube, I can go back and tell you how long time you have spent on blah, 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 whatnot. I can approximately do the same here on Twitch. If we take 4 hours, 50 minutes, and 3 seconds as the time where I informed Joe, or was preparing to inform Joe, something was wrong. We then go back here. Here is where I was like trying to
play
see
against
what,
you,
trying to see what was happening because I didn't realize he was listening to anything in here. He was just talking. Listen to this.
and you're having your teammates also picked, carefully crafted to be picked on your team. Playing with a pre-made team eliminates 50% of the process of picking and selecting your characters, which is basically players that you're playing in the game, whether they're on your side or not. That's basically what it's trying to say here.
And then he like gets ready to click, thinking, I'm thinking, right now I'm thinking he's playing the video, trying to see when he's going to go down to the next page, ready to click on to the next page, whatever. Thinking Joe are just reading this. So I'm like, okay, what's this hero relations about? What's this introduction, the abstracts? I'm trying to read it myself.
If engagement optimized matchmaking was working,
And then he starts talking about something, and I imagined it was in relation to what was written because I'm a slow reader, so he might have caught on to something that was there in the text somewhere instead of just being the video itself. I don't know because I cannot hear it. So I thought he captured like a specific thing and wanted to talk about it.
and and there is no cheaters, let's just say, how does that Psylocke win 86%? from one season to the next, and 90% plus in one season to 86% overall in the next season. Like, how is that possible? If
So he continues. I can speed up so you can see how long time he continues. I don't know why he played. It confused me because you don't need to have it playing as you're reading through, but it makes sense because he was listening. He was listening to it. That's why it confused me. And then here I was like, okay, he actually doesn't know that his browser is muted for the stream itself. Because he's going to find that clip where I wrote, dude, can you even see your OBS settings, see your OBS at all? You can see we're almost like
the rank one players here. Like, if there's engagement optimized matchmaking, how are they going to?
It's still the video. You can see the YouTube title in the background. You can see like the player down here.
3.3% win rate. Bear in mind, these top rank players
and
also private.
And he paused it. So like, I was thinking he had knowledge of this video and then wanted to talk over it. Right now, I'm just like letting you see that it's running. If you want the stream itself, you can go to day 40. It's like, as you can see, 4 hours, 43 minutes in. But seriously, like, how do you want me to realize you're talking to the to the clip itself?
It makes no sense. If you think about it, it makes no sense. Like I said, it's about ADA in Last Hunt Showdown. Like, you think like when you get to the rank that you're at, your win rate or KD should get closer to 50% or 1 KD. Like, wouldn't go all the way down. Like,
right now, you're yabbing about cheating or potentially cheating. Like, the standard thing you're doing all the time. So that's still too loud for me. So for me, it was seeming as if you were having your train of thought like being interrupted with something else and not responding to what was happening in the YouTube clip. That's why I was like, okay, you're just yabbing. So it's there's nothing in the video. You're just yabbing. Just like you're doing right now. You're just pausing the video to have it paused here with the stats, I imagined, because you're doing that with the mouse. And I was like, okay, so he's just yabbing. Then continues further down. Further down to, you can see he's still talking. And if you look carefully here, it's waiting for play. This second here is not it's not like increasing. And then here he's trying to find the clip.
Can I not spell here? Am I going mad? Thought I had it in my head. George Gage. My mind's going completely blank anyway. So Carlin, go like George Carlin here. My brain will kick in a second. I thought I did put G-O-R-G-E. I thought I did fucking type that. I'm fucking brain.
G-O-R-G-E. That is what you typed. That's not what he's called or spelled.
Okay, I'm fucking dumb here.
Yes, you are.
George Carlin. Eventually, I'll be able to type normally. So yeah, as I've played this before, we'll play this again as I've played many times before.
And as I said at the beginning, after 8 seconds into the video, based on the calculation I made of when my first message was sent and how long time it took for him to pause the video, like I noticed here that he was actually having audio problems. There we go. First message. And looking at the monitor with the video, looking over at chat, completely ignoring what's happening over here. You can see he continues. And he continues. Like I showed you before. He continues. And continues. And pauses.
Anyway, so the famous George Carlin quote there. Let's go back
Mm-hmm.
to the game client, I suppose. I just want to clarify something because I'm confused. Are you aware what happens on your OBS during your streams? What happens on my OBS during?
Yes, because on OBS, and this is going to look annoying, so I'm going to pause. What I just did was, oh my god, you can see like how loud that is. I didn't notice this because I only use one monitor. But you can see like the audio meter here is gonna be adjusted based on this. This is Joe's my desktop, so when Joe plays, I didn't want this one here to be infinite. What's it called? Infinite mirror thing, infinite depth. I don't remember what you call that. But had he had two monitors, unlike just like me, I would need for keeping track of this.
Streams.
You could see this here.
Why? What's happening to my OBS?
This is happening on OBS while you're on stream.
Was I not in the right screen?
No, that doesn't matter whatsoever. That's not what I'm concerned with because we could see it. And the fact that you actually asked that also means you don't know what's happening on your OBS. So I wrote, statistics, settings, volume, such things. Settings, volumes, statistics of how the stream is running, such things. And then he continues. I'm speeding up the clip. I actually don't need to, because then we continue down here, what I write here, and then he discovers that there's something shitty happening, that there was no audio. Then down here, was it around here?
Say, look, it's not cheaters that are rigging your games. It's engagement optimized matchmaking. And of course, with the cheat rhythm like that, basically, will come back. You know that, oh, you've won the game.
That was too far.
Things that are rigging your games in replay for. If you go all the way back, the same. So, fact, with your insane disrespect, I do hope you keep enjoying your horribly buggy settings. My settings aren't buggy. There's nothing wrong with my settings. So
there's nothing wrong with your settings, and yet you had no idea your settings were not capturing the what's it called? The browser. So there's something wrong with your settings. You're just delusional saying there's nothing wrong, which means you saying there's nothing wrong while the browser is not being captured means you're either completely delusional or you're purposely setting up situations where you can do this, claiming that something is happening when in fact it's on your side all along. And this is why you cannot be trusted with anything, as I've showed multiple times. On your YouTube channel, for example, 31, you claim no footsteps with the... Oh, you did it over here. You claim no footstep on the character down there. But if we go to where you threw the sticky bomb, there. If you go to where you threw the sticky bomb on the butcher, and you then go to the same, not that one. If you go to the same moment on his day 30 live stream, then you can also hear clear visible audio differences. If you furthermore go to his May highlight, he's actually starting out by admitting he's manipulating the audios. I don't want to hear your introduction.
Game does seem a bit fucking low there. I think I need to turn the volume up a little bit. I don't know why it seems so low. I don't have the sound profile on. Probably why.
So you're saying that you need a sound profile to manipulate Hunt. Like, there are so many things applying to you purposely lying and manipulating and fabricating everything, and yet you refuse to admit to these things and saying, I'm the one doing it, or all the others are the ones doing it. You're blaming everyone for your mistakes. And then you end up saying on a live stream,
Watching the replay, I thought it was a little bit snappy, and then I thought there's a few
there's
things where
nothing
it seemed.
on a live stream, there's nothing wrong with your
Watching the
settings.
replay, I thought it was a little bit snappy.
That was further in.
And then I just optimize matchmaking and get money for breaking the matches. I'm getting to play the game. You know that, oh, cheat. The use best KD on my team. His second game of the day was either your insane Dr. Disrespect.
No,
With your insane disrespect, I do hope you keep enjoying your horribly buggy settings. My settings aren't buggy. There's nothing wrong with my settings.
there's nothing wrong with your settings, and I can continuously make a loop about all this, and how can you say there's nothing wrong with your settings when you, like, what, few minutes earlier admitted there was something wrong with your settings? Like, this is the pure insanity of what everyone watches on your YouTube channel. You claim something and then admits to the claim, to the mistake, and then claim it never happened, and then continue down the path of claiming more things without evidence for it. You even admitted your settings were wrong, not capturing the browser, and yet now claiming there's nothing wrong with the settings. So you did it on purpose. You purposely made sure people could not hear your browser. So you, for example, could do this shit here by saying I was in your stream all along and didn't inform you about it. Like, how fucking entitled and delusional can you be? Jesus Christ.